Well, that is most of this. We did get some decent... There's Gourmand as well if I wanted to go that route, but what I need to do is actually get Sif Piety to max. Well, I'm 100% magic right now, so maybe that'll happen in Slime. That is Elf. Yeah, the only reason I care about 6-star is for tournament points. I do have to get to 6-star to count as a Sif Muna win to get the points for it. So it's kind of an unfortunate aspect of it. At the same time, there are other issues. We talked about changing it so that it was based on worshipping one god and one god only for the entire run instead of being based on piety. But that also creates some issues, so we decided to pretty much keep it. I am going to be training like 100% magic for a while, just a bit more spellcasting, maybe up to 18, and then we're going to try to that's why I'm focusing on air so we can get Tornado. What I need to go memorize now is Chain. Probably just going to use Chain Lightning on the Royal Jelly. One issue with that is it spawns. If I cast Chain near summons, it's going to... not really, Trenlo. There are none. You do get special... I think you get tournament points for winning as an Atheist. But just in terms of the game itself, no. And there's only some instances when you're going for a certain god that isn't found in temple. And, well, people will delay worshipping a god for a while. But usually it's pretty optimal to worship the first useful god that you find for your character. If you find an early one on D2 or D3, sometimes you can delay it for a specific god, even if it's less optimal, or because, you know, the ones that you found happen to be bad. Or if you want to, there's a non-temple god called Jiva. I'm going into the slime pits right now. That's the branch where I will find a Jiva altar. We probably already have one. Yeah, layer 5. At the entrance, there's an altar to him. So that's the only altar in the game all the way in layer 5. If you really want to worship Jiva only, you would have to wait. So you would go Atheist for a while, but once you found the altar, you would convert. Okay, one of these rings can probably go. Wait for that one. Yep, you can get that temple early. This one Chain? It is. Yeah, a common technique for Jiva is to go Fedas and then Jiva. That's a popular thing to do. Okay. Scatter shot. Well, if I want to use some of that. Alright. So, Tornado. Where is Tornado? That one's going to be... Oh, I also need Amnesia. Back on L3. Where is Tornado, by the way? E4. Should... Oh, wait, never mind. go get those amnesia scrolls. I have not been using Animate Dead. Totally been forgetting about it. Conjure Ball Lightning, how much more do I want to use that spell? It is an interesting question. It is such a pain. I might go ahead and just say forget it. Static Discharge, I think I'll go ahead and unlearn that now. But to get 9 spell levels for Tornado, I would definitely need to give up some pretty good spells. Now I can give up Control Undead and Animate Dead for now. I still actually need a level if I want to cast Tornado. What we got? Let's go grab that book. I should have carried it with. Yeah, Jiva's strengths are that he gives you a passive heal that every time a slime eats an item on the level, you gain a little bit of HP and you also gain some food. So you don't need to worry about eating really, which is kind of nice, but he creates slimes that are they're kind of aligned with you, but they're neutral. They don't try to hurt you. But they also don't try to attack monsters. However, if they run into monsters, they will attack them, and they will kill lots and lots of monsters that way. And they will eat items they find on the floor, and as they do that, you gain piety. So the slime, that's probably one of the strangest piety systems in the game. It's kind of like a piety system based on how long you've spent on a level, as long as there are items for stuff to eat. It's a weird one. So when you first worship Jiva, you can go back to early cleared levels and just have the slimes get created, and they'll just start eating stuff and you'll gain piety. But, so you get passive heal, you do get mutations that are just randomly given to you, but they shift a lot, so you don't have too much control. You'll have some bad ones, but mostly good ones. And then you get this super powerful Slimify ability, which costs piety, but Jiva it's really super easy to get piety with Jiva. And it basically one-hit kills any susceptible monster, which would be any normal monster or any undead monster that was made from that has like a body. So you can Slimify things up to ancient liches, and they just become neutral jellies that are harmless. Okay, so Tornado. Got a little bit of extract. Oops. Oh, there we go. Anything we can get rid of. What is Tornado looking like? 85%. That is with some wizardry. With brilliance, it might be castable. It'd be a nice way to finish up. But the problem is getting spell levels for it. Oh, I have one free. Oh yeah, that's good then. I would like to maybe get at least Animate Dead back. I think with the Brill Pot, it will be just castable enough, I hope. What are we with in terms of MR? We're MR3. Only thing we gotta worry about a little bit are Golden Eyes. We do have Airstrike, but if they confuse us, we can kind of swap on MR Protection Ring. If you can get MR like 3 and 4, that way every time they try to confuse you, it's not going to hit. Oh, I also have to have on our core. I totally forgot about that. Gonna have to lose some MP, but that we can live with that. And then just swap out the Whiz Ring wizardry is really, it's good. So it's good to have RC because you do have Azure jellies. Don't necessarily need it because you're probably going to kill them at range, but at the same time it's not a bad idea. So let's go ahead and go to slime. Pick up some fast food on the way, and now we're going to drop stuff that we definitely don't need. Staff of Energy is, well, maybe, I guess. Don't want to burn through super a lot of food. I do have a good surplus going on here, so I should be pretty well set. I'll drop Magical Power. See Invis is not useful unless somehow I got... I'm going to recharge this scatter shot. Drop Amnesia. Want to free up, say, another, so that I don't have to do too much juggling when I get down there. Magic Map I don't need. Books I definitely don't need. Go ahead and drop some of my food. Oh, mutation potions. I'll just carry that then. All right. Might use a single haste pot here in order to be we'll definitely use a brilliance pot. These slime creatures you do gotta watch out for. They are very common, and they're one of the frequent sort of problems in this level that you have to be able to deal with. I have Fear Scrolls, so that's a good way to deal with them. I don't want to burn through all of those. How much of an issue they are will depend. Right now, these guys are just staying individual, so I can just kind of sit here and stupidly hit them. Okay, here's the golden eyes. I'll just go ahead and put on some. There should be more. Oh. Boom. Down he goes. Oh, we got a gift. A port. That is a good spell. Actually going to go back up and deposit that somewhere where it's not going to get eaten. Can't quite memorize it yet because I don't have a spell level free, but I will very soon. Oh, I've been trolled. This is a lot of acid blobs, I'm not going to lie. Oh boy. Okay, now it's time for some chain lightning, I think. There we go. That's the jam. The firing squad. You said it. That's exactly what that was. That was interesting. Nice. There we go. These guys I'll just melee some. Made a lot of noise there. And you saw I got a miscast. Oh, how dare you. I'm just gonna airstrike this guy. What is that? Just completely random. It's crazy. Really? Oh wow, look at this. This is the whole level. Or the whole, like, little cell of this level. It's only 1 stairs, but that's interesting. Maybe this still could have been a vault, but they were like perfectly in a line. It's sort of unusual. So just kind of, if the spawn of those slime creatures is favorable, then it's not really an issue. But it's possible to just get utterly huge swarms of them, and it's unpleasant. Has to be dealt with carefully. Pretty smooth dive overall. Can't really complain about it. I mean, there was that thing with the blobs, but really wasn't too bad. Now just make sure that we've got back our wizardry. I'm not sure how well Tornado will be, what it will drop to, or how castable it will be. It may not be quite enough. We'll have to see. Oh, and I got an int loss. That kind of sucks. Down to 21. It's really pretty poor. Really could use like a nice int boost for this character. That's right, my reflect. No, I will not be doing a zig. I think zigs always generate in depths. Actually, you don't have to hope for one. I could pop into one for like just a few levels if I wanted to, but I usually don't have a reason to really. This is quite a welcome party. So pulling these guys up would be pretty good. Maybe weakening this acid blob, killing this acid blob would be a better way to do it. Oh yeah. So I made my life a little bit difficult here. Let's fear those guys away. Go up and rest. Yeah, that's what I was warning you about with these guys. They get a large and they can just do really tremendous damage. You really don't want them to be and you want to try to get into the vault pretty quickly too. From when you enter the level. These guys are not cooperating. Getting a lot of slime creatures. Don't want to get stuck fighting too much before the vault. Okay, yeah, there's a couple of these guys. Alright. So the royal jelly might wander out of this vault. Okay, looks like we made it okay. Let's go for Jill. Let's go for a haste. Let's go for brilliance. Oh, we had tornado. Tornado, 24%. That's good. So we can definitely do. We can definitely do like chain lightning and then probably just cast tornado. All right. Well, she didn't get damaged too much, and we lost too much MP. So I think a tornado would have been a better call there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to blink. You know, I got some mild damage going, nothing too severe, but moderately wounded. I guess our spell power is just kind of a little bit low. What are we at? It's not too bad. I guess it's just not... It might depend on how effective it is. And I didn't want to fill in summons because that can be kind of a sort of a mixed bag. So let's go ahead and just use one of our blinks here. Get some channel going so we can get back some MP. Got 2 magic pots. Don't necessarily want to break those out quite yet. Regen. I'm going to quaff one of these just to get our HP back up a little bit. I'm going to deal with these guys some. How much summoning? Yeah, she's still far back there. I need her just to come back out. Let's do a magic pot, just to be on the safe side. Alright. Looking good. I'm going to channel again. Want the royal jelly to come out so I can finish her off. Guess I could go ahead and cast tornado, huh? Let's try that. Yeah, she's kind of out of range. Alright, did we get her? Yeah, we did get her. Well, that's that. This isn't usually how I would do this. I wasn't exactly sure how this would go. So this wasn't a very good fight. It's probably better to try to do this relatively out in the open, and I'm not sure about Chain Lightning. It could have just been relatively low spell power, and... I mean, I cast it twice. I expected her to be dead. If I had cast it again, she might have just died. But the only issue with that is you really do got to get surrounded, so... And you can't cast Chain Lightning, I think, near allies. It will run to adjacent allies and they'll become hostile, and that's not great when that happens. It's like tornado's already run out. Well, we can use some lightning bolt on these guys. Some big old slime creatures. So fight's pretty much won at this point. Just got some mop up. Wasn't exactly smooth. I would definitely do it differently the next time. I wonder if you could try to cast Tornado just inside the vault, or if you want to do it adjacent to it. You could probably do quite a few things. In terms of consumables, I wasted like 1 extra blink scroll and 1 heal wounds pot more than I would normally. Normally I wouldn't have to cure at all. And I did use a magic pot, which those are pretty valuable, but overall nothing too severe. I don't have a lot of blink scrolls and I haven't done depths yet, so I don't want to go crazy with like blinking around and trying to kill it. But that was interesting. I'll have to mess around with that if I ever do this as an Elementalist again. Rip Death Ooze. May not even really need to do much to these guys. Night Cursed. Oh no, you dodged it. How could you? How could you do it? Yeah, I can't say that was a very clean fight, but got the job done. And now we get to fight everybody. It's nice if you do the fight really well, because you can just rest up inside the vault and then you get to fight everything from inside the vault. That's really cool, because it's a lot easier. But you see what happens now. I made all this noise, and it'd be fun to cast Tornado right now, but that's not really going to be a thing. What I might do is, Scroll of Summoning is probably not going to be all that good. It is... yeah. This is just too much. See what Summoning can do. Oh yeah, that didn't really do it. Alright, let's fear. Oh, these guys aren't fleeing. So yeah, once again, slime creatures being like the dominant factor here. Let's try a chain. Did something. He scattershotted him. Key thing is, down here, don't panic, because a lot of stuff is fast and it's not only fast, it acts fast, so it can do some scary damage if you set yourself up in a really bad way. But that said, I can't complain too much about that slime. Used a Fear Scroll, used a Blink Scroll, those are extra, 1 Heal Wounds pot. Summon Scroll, I have tons of those, which is wonderful. And I often use a Summon Scroll to fight the Royal Jelly. Rune Scarf. Our Missile Scarf. Got some food. Got another haste. Got our haste back. That's cool. Wuxus. Another mute pot. We'll take that. That's an upgrade. Check out this flail. Oh, check out this amulet. Another regen MP amulet. Not stuff I'm super desperate to have, though. That's a pretty cool flail, man. It's just not really gonna be better than... Once I get a decent brand on this Morning Star. So unfortunately I don't have a lot I can rebrand it with. And there was that Demon Trident, but I don't feel like reinvesting now. So... Ooh, there's another Morning Star right here, though. Man, the third one in a row. Crazy. Pretty crazy. Well, we did not tear through our entire supply of food. That's good. And I'm going to do one final quick check. Box of Beast is pretty weak if you don't train Evo. Tornado is inching down there. Still has a long ways to go. We still haven't hit a 6 Piety, but we have been using quite a lot of channel, to be fair. So that was interesting. Not any way really close to a disaster, but it was did not go quite as planned, at least. Drop that. Not sure how much use I will get out of Tornado at the end of this. Well, we'll have to see. It'll probably be a pretty fun spell, but at this rate... Yeah, we're gonna need the it will be a spell I'll get to use some in Zot, and that's kind of it. That's sort of unfortunately what happens with level 9 spells, is that if you're going into Extended, you're gonna get tons of use out of them, but if you're not something like a Deep Elf, maybe a Tengu or something that just really has a lot of positive apps, you're not going to see the spell available until, you know, in this case, Tornado really isn't castable, and it's not going to be available until some point in Depths. Probably 2, even 3 levels in. I could go do Crypt, but it's the same problem. It's just having to have the XP for it. And my int is pretty low. I've got 5 mutation potions. Guess, let's see what we can do with some mutation. Okay, now we have more int. That's good. Horns on my head. Whoa. Ah. Easier to cast, but less powerful. Not a big fan of that one. Ooh. Wow, that was good. I lost all these scales that I had except for one of them, but now I've got AC +2, N8 RF, some dex and I guess stealth and then int. That's a really good result. Only positive aptitude, so we're definitely stopping there. We are in a better situation than where we were before. So only like a difference of 4 int, and it brought down the spell fail rate about 8%, which doesn't really get us all that closer, but Chain Lightning is now very easily castable, although I'm still wearing this Wizardry Ring, and I will have to kind of swap to Arlec RF situationally. I gotta turn off that escape sound, that is terrible. Well, 9 hours. We didn't hit our fast. I was planning to win this character in like 6 or 7 hours, but it was not meant to be. Streaming on Twitch just slows it down so much, and then playing it in parts. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do a stream of the finale of this character. I might just have to win it offline, because I kind of wanted to finish it tonight, but we're close, but we still have all of Depths and Zoth to do. That's at least another hour, maybe hour and a half. So thanks for tuning into the late night stream, everyone. Thanks for all the follows, for everybody new who showed up. And I may not be streaming for a few days because I have to play offline to get a couple more wins for the tournament clan. But yep, thanks everyone. I will be back online probably in about a week streaming more crawl. So take it easy, enjoy the 020 tournament, have fun, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.